Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks. And here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's the Nach, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
Good morning, boys and girls. It's Jueves. We are joined by some amazing people live today. We have MJ Symbol, Nessa Vanessa. Who else? Born to Iron Man. We also have Pedro from Instagram. Well, a lot of people. How are you doing out there, folks? Welcome to the show. If you're tuning in live, it's 8:30 a.m. Central European Time. And for those of you golden gods joining us on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, an extra special good morning to you. And of course, let's not forget our angelic beings that download the podcast. Don't know where you are, don't know what time it is, but I certainly think you are sexy celestial beings, and I'm very grateful. How are you doing out there today? It's Thursday. Happy birthday Eve, Nach. Happy birthday Eve. Tomorrow is the day.
Yes.
Tomorrow I'm passing into middle age. No, I'm already at middle age. I'm passing to my mid-40s, officially. And I will stay there until I'm in my 70s. That's what I'm thinking. What age do you think mid-40s starts, Nach? Is it at 45?
Well, it depends. Maybe 46.
Maybe 46 is... Maybe 46. Mathematically, it's completely incorrect. But, you know, I like the way you think. Give yourself a ProBoh. ProBoh approves that message.
ProBoh approved.
How about you start on 41, the decade?
Yeah.
The middle is 46.
Ooh.
And you end at 50.
Nach. Yeah, technically you're correct. Oh, Nach.
No, because you're including the 50 in your 40s.
Yeah, which isn't quite right. But never mind. I mean, let's not overanalyze. 46, I like it. It's good to be in my early 40s. All right, guys. What have the poor enslaved elves prepared for us today? Well, in Complete the News, we look at a virgin birth. Oh, my God. We look at virgin birth. We see why Ohio in the United States has a serious problem and what that problem is. And I asked 100 humans to name a body part that is clothed in the winter but naked in the summer. But all that fun, friends. In the second part of the show, in the first part, I have a delicious, unpopular opinion that was gifted to me by Jose Luis, one of the angelic beings in his own words. He says, I am one of those angelic beings and listens to the podcast. How are you doing, Jose Luis? Gifted to us by him. And I think, Nach, it was kind of like, it was a challenge. It was a challenge. He said, saying I don't care is immature. Something that I quite often say on the show. So saying I don't care, no me importa. I don't care. It's immature. Woo! Spicy. Let's see what people say about that. How are you doing, Mr. Cruzando and Min and Vero? How you doing, guys? All that fun coming up later, guys. Right now, I'm here. You're here. We're all here. Let's see what's going on in the world. All right, here we go. First of all, I want to turn my attention to the beautiful, godlike people in the chat. Pedro's driving. Saw Pedro last night. We saw Pedro last night. Pedro from Instagram. The more handsome Rob. The Rob that would have grown up if he ate right and exercised. Yeah, we saw Pedro. Coco Lavanda was there. Who else was there? There were two massive fans of the lunchtime show. The husband, more a fan of Andrea, and the wife, more a fan of me. There you go. I didn't expect that. But yeah, great to see you all last night. If you came out to Roll Madrid to join the quiz, the next one's going to be the 5th of July. And tentatively, I want to say Guy Williams is going to do it. Tentatively. His swan song for the radio. That's right, Nessa Vanessa, a virgin birth. What else is happening in the chat? Good morning, says Min, Nessa Vanessa. Let's give you all we have then. Oh, Nessa, I love that. Yeah, I need your energy today. I need it. I slept on the sofa last night, Nach. Oh, not because I got home drunk, because I wasn't drunk, but because when I got home, I thought I'm going to wash my bed sheets and my clothes, because I understand that this weekend I've got a big weekend. So I thought, I'm going to get all my laundry done. And of course, when I got home, nothing was dry. So I slept on the sofa last night. It felt good, man. I'm not even angry about it. You know? I think an unpopular opinion we could do one day is the sofa is a fine place to sleep. I don't think you need a bed half the time. I don't know. What do you think about that? Okay, let's see what else is going on in the chat. Good morning, Rob and friends. Is Born to Iron Man. I reached... Wow, you are on level 45. Awesome. Tomorrow I will hit level 45 and hopefully unlock some superpowers. I don't think that's likely, but you never know. Good morning, beautiful warriors. How did the trivia night go? I'm sorry I missed it, says Vero. Wow, it was awesome, Vero. Of course, Guy Williams' team won. The Guessinators. But it was good. It was good fun, right, Nach? It was nice to see Anna and Iago there. I should give them a shout out in the second half because I don't think they'll listen to the first half. It was nice to see Anna and Iago, little Iago, the cleverest person in the room at that moment in time. Andrea went with her children, my godchildren, and that was... she gave Sarah, her youngest, a Coca-Cola. And the caffeine hit her like a bomb. I see Rossi, the word Rossi appearing in the chat. Yeah, is the cleaning lady behind it? Yeah, there she is. She's a star. Sarah drank too much caffeine and basically went crazy. She just went crazy. But it was a lot of fun. She's a fun little human. Okay, let's see. Can't wait for the nonsensical answers by the 100 humans. Hey, don't judge the 100 humans, man. It's very early when I ask them the question. Mr. Cruzando says good morning. Nessa, virgin birth. Yeah. We'll see in the second part of the show. Depends on the sofa. Yeah, the truth is, my current sofa. I think there's two things you need in life, right? One of them is patience, and the other one is a comfortable sofa. My current sofa was I inherited with my new apartment, and it is, it's about the size. A child could sleep on there and be comfortable. Me, I have to curl myself up into a little ball, and then obviously the dogs jump on top of me, and yeah, it's kind of a mess. It's kind of a mess. I'm tired this morning. I'm tired. Okay, so guys, if you see Rossi in the background, please don't stop sending me the messages of her circled. I love it. It's like spotting Bigfoot. If you don't know what we're talking about and you're listening on the radio, you have to tune in to us live, twitch.tv/professional bohemian. And you too can spot Rossi in the background. I think someone clipped Rossi as well in the live show. So there's a little short video and I was watching it yesterday thinking, why did they clip this? And of course it was because Rossi was mopping in the background. I can see her now. Don't you have a bed, says Min? I do. But I decided yesterday I was going to be an adult, Min. And I washed my bed sheets, I washed a bunch of clothes, and they didn't dry in time. Sucks to be me. Okay, let's continue. Let's see what we have in terms of the news. Let's see what the elves have prepared for us today. I have some more catch-up. Okay, so the quiz. Quiz was great. Nacho's round, brilliant. He did a round on quotes, movie quotes. Andrea did a round on fairy tales. Nach, is it just me, or was that the most complicated fairy tale round ever?
Yes, I didn't know.
Not anything.
Any.
I did geek general knowledge, so things about computers, video games, things like that. And then I did a really funny round, which was an English song lyric translated into Spanish, and the audience had to guess the title of the song from the translated text. What made it the most complicated? Number one, it was my Spanish, and translated by the elves. The elves have better Spanish than I do, thankfully. But I think I did well, Nach? I was nervous about that. I thought, oh, damn, I better practice these lines. And in the end, I didn't. But it came out okay. I think my pronunciation was super geary. Super geary. Like, really, I sounded like, like I'd just gotten off the plane and landed in Spain. But I don't care. Ooh, I don't care. There it is. I dropped one. What else do we have in terms of cleanup today? Next week, I need to tell you about next week, folks. Sit down. Grab yourself a cup of tea. This might be distressing news. Next week, there will only be a ProBoh Show on Monday and Friday. Wap, 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 wow. Only on Monday and Friday, folks. Richard Vaughan is taking over the lunchtime show slot for those 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I'm sorry, you won't get your daily dose of the bald man. My bad. Richard Vaughan takes priority over me. Here in Vaughan Radio, we priority falls in the number of hair follicles you have. And sadly, Richard, a 70-something-year-old man, has more than me. So he takes number one spot, man. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. But I'm thinking maybe Wednesday we'll do a stream in the evening. I don't know. Stay tuned for that. We'll do a stream in the evening on this channel, twitch.tv/Professional Bohemian, because I do want to interview my friend Crystal, coming all the way from Washington, D.C. She's a member of PETA, so we'll talk about that and some other things. But it'll be nice not to be restricted by the time frame of the radio. We can just have a big, long chat, and I will edit that and release it as a podcast midweek at some point, guys. So you won't be completely without me. What else? Yesterday I told you about the UFOs. Oh my God, the aliens are coming. Nach and I still skeptical. I like that. I like that we're both on the same page there, Nach. So what catch up, what follow up is there on that? Well, the House Oversight Committee will hold a hearing on UFOs following the whistleblowers' claims. Yeah, interesting. So this is starting to move now in American government, and people are actually taking it quite seriously. And I heard, and I don't know how true this is, but I heard the New York Times preparing a special report for this weekend. Of course, I will read that and bring it to you on Monday, assuming that report is true. Yeah, this is this story is going out of control, and I just like the Nach. Where I'm thinking, what are they trying to hide? What they're hiding with this UFO thing? Maybe it's this, guys. Maybe it's our first news story from BBC News. U.S. doctors are forced to ration, really strictly control the amount of something, is to ration. So US doctors are forced to ration as cancer drug shortages hit nationwide. Why isn't this on the front page of every news outlet in the United States? Because right now, the front page of every news outlet is about UFOs. So yeah, this is from the BBC. The US is experiencing one of its most severe shortages of chemotherapy drugs in 3 decades, affecting as many as, get ready for this, 100,000 patients, and forcing doctors to ration treatments. And there's 2 reasons for this, and these are frontline treatments. These are, life-saving treatments. There are 2 main reasons for this. They're in short supply because of, number one, there's a plant, a factory was shut down in India, and number two, get this drives me insane. This drives me insane. This is why the world is going to end, due to our own greed. Okay, because there is a lack of incentive for pharmaceutical companies to manufacture low-cost drugs. Let that sink in. That's like medicine manufacturers saying, well, we don't earn as much of these, even though they save people's life. We don't earn so much of these, from these, so we're not gonna manufacture them. Go home, pharmaceutical companies, you're drunk. I mean, can you believe that, dude? That is shocking. That's the worst thing that I've read this week. Honest to God, the world is going to hell. We like less follicles, says Nessa Vanessa. I'll let Richard know. But if we swap the rules, Nessa, he'd come in the following week with the bald head. That's Richard, man. He's dedicated. To be fair, here's what's necessary for a UFO. Hey, what's in the sky? No idea. Yeah, true story. Unidentified flying object. But they've rebranded it now to UAP. Unidentified aerial phenomena. Yeah. Or anomalous phenomena. One of the two, I don't know. Okay, final piece of news for today before we go to the unpopular opinion. I love this. Another technological advance, something that we could see quite clearly in the future. Here we go. An electric cruise ship with gigantic solar sails is set to launch in 2030. That's the future, man. Do you ever see the Disney movie Treasure Planet, Nach? Oh, wow, it's really good. It's it's Treasure Island, Robert Louis Stevenson, but set in a kind of retro sci-fi world. And the protagonist has a ship that sails with solar sails. So it gets its energy from the sun and it kind of flies. In this case, it doesn't fly. In Norway, an adventure cruise company has unveiled plans for a zero-emission electric cruise ship scheduled to launch in 2030. The innovative design features retractable sails covered in solar panels and a battery system that can be charged with clean energy when docked at port. The ship is expected to rely primarily on 60 megawatt batteries that can sustain a range of 300 to 350 nautical miles. Dude, I would love... Have you ever done a cruise, Snatch?
No, never.
No, me neither. Andy has. I don't know how I feel. A part of me thinks, great, gives me a good excuse to be indoors, and that's one of my favourite things. But second, wouldn't you feel... What if you didn't get on with anyone that was around you and you're stuck on that cruise then for 2 weeks, just miserable? And I really hate, organised fun. Okay, we've prepared a party for tonight. You will have fun. You will drink this alcohol and have fun. I hate discos. Basically, I hate everything that brings people joy. That's my thing. So yeah, an electric-powered cruise ship. That's the future, man. That's the future. I love it. Packed. I had great fun last night, says Pedro, even though I was a bit intimidated by the chairman of my group. Yeah, Pedro from Instagram was with Richard last night. By the way, Rob, you share birthday with my oldest dog. There we go, Nach. we are honoured to share a birthday with Pedro's oldest dog, Samba, turning 12. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Samba. Humans make detailed pictures of the surfaces of other planets, also humans. There's a UFO, shows picture of vibrating Tic Tac compiled out of 5 pixels. Yeah, I'm not a UFO believer, but this story has me at a pause. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. This story makes me pause. The whistleblower story. It makes me pause because the guy seems quite legitimate in his credentials. The debrief where the article was posted is quite a legitimate news outlet. So I am reserving my skepticism until the full story comes out. Let's see. What we've got here? Besided Amaniel Night, says MJ Symbol. Nessa Finessa, cruises make me frightened. All that sea around you. Ooh. Yeah, that's another thing. I would get freaked out. I lived in Fuerteventura for a few years. And it's kind of a small island. I lived at the northernmost point in a little town called El Corralejo. It was beautiful, beautiful place. But yeah, you look out your window and on at least 2 sides, you just see ocean. It can get a little, as you would say in Spanish, agobiante. And plus, there's nothing there but sand and goats. Cabras y arena. That's the number 1 export. All right, anyway, batteries and seawater. I don't think it's a good combination, says Rafelka. Yeah, maybe you're right. I'm sure they're going to look into something to fight against the salt in the water. I'm sure. It's true, if you ever live by the ocean, Natch, and you own a bike, everything basically rusts 10 times faster. All right, anyway, let's go to today's unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
All right, guys, here we are. What even is an unpopular opinion, Rob? That's what you're asking. I'll tell you. It's a brain fart. Un pedo cerebral, un pedo mental, una rayada. Thank you, MJ Symbol, for that translation. And I share it with you on my social media, being namely @professionalbohemian on Instagram. I post it as a story, and you guys vote on it there. But really, the final deciders of whether this is true or false are you guys live in the chat. How do you think people voted on Instagram, Nach? The unpopular opinion today is saying "I don't care" is immature. I don't care. I don't care. Hey, I want to tell you about this thing that happened to me. I don't care. I don't care. So saying "I don't care" is immature. What do you think? How do you think people voted?
False.
They did vote false. By a lot or by a little?
A little.
By a little. Nachi's on fire today. 55% false. In fact, the person who shared this with me, Jose Luis, the angelic being, the podcast downloader. Love this guy. Love you all. If you're a podcast listener, I love you. He sent me a message while the quiz was, at 10:30 last night, saying, 73% true. I think he just wanted me to look bad, Nach. I'm getting that feeling. But then the vote changed. Yeah, this morning, as I look at the votes, it is, 55% false. Okay, so let's see what the elves say about this. Saying "I don't care" is immature. Agreeing with this statement, the elves say the statement "I don't care" can often come off as dismissive or disrespectful, indicating a lack of empathy or consideration for others, for their feelings or perspectives. Saying "I don't care" can be seen as an attempt to avoid responsibility or evade thoughtful discussion on an issue, which can be viewed as immature. And finally, effective communication is key in any mature relationship, and expressing indifference can hinder dialogue, understanding, and conflict resolution. I think even though I don't agree with the unpopular opinion myself, those are pretty good points. Well done, elves. Okay, here we go. Now in the con column, where 55% of our people would probably agree, who answered on Instagram. Here we go. "I don't care" might be a person's way of setting boundaries, expressing that they can't invest emotionally or mentally in every situation or topic. Honesty may be more mature to honestly express indifference than pretend to care or have an opinion about something when one does not. Oh, amen for the elves today. I'm gonna let them all share a little bit of leftovers tonight. A little bit of whatever I leave for dinner. I'm gonna give it to the elves, Nach, as a reward. That's a great point. And finally, sometimes saying "I don't care" can be a response to feeling overwhelmed or needing to protect oneself from stress or emotional burden. In this context, it can be seen as a coping mechanism rather than an immature reaction. Okay, not so much of a fan of that one, but whatever. I did receive quite a few messages actually. Let's see. Diana wrote to me. That's the wife of the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Alberto Alonso. "Kids take everything so seriously when they play. Please don't say that caring a lot is about being mature. It's just being an annoying adult." That's true, eh? There's nothing worse than a person who has an opinion about everything and just cares. You know what I mean? "I don't like cheesecake." "What do you mean you don't like cheesecake? It's so good. It tastes so nice. It's delicious. It puts bakers, it gives them work." Oh, shut up. Don't like cheesecake. Caring too much is a disease in modern society. What happened to the people like me? The people who are just comfortable just being, whatever, I don't care. It's okay. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's see what people are saying here in the chat. Milky Molly Mandy 2022. I don't care. It depends on what you are talking about. If it's your appearance or something personal, you could say, "I don't care what people think. I will wear what I want," for example. That's a mental thought process, Millie Molly, I go through every single morning, as you can witness by my current clothing. Okay, let's see. I think half of the times we say I don't care, we don't mean it. I'm pretty sure I always mean it. But yeah, it's a fair point, Nessa. Living my OAPs. Good morning, Rob. How are you? Loving my OAPs, says the bridge. Good morning, Rob. Good morning to you too. Really, Rob? I don't care, says Ravdos. Okay, Min's got some comments to read. Pedro's got some comments to read. Friends, wow. It's explosive, and I love it. Share some more comments, and we'll be back after the break. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post a poll in the chat. I don't care. Saying I don't care is immature. Is that true or false? You guys, you live people in the stream, you're going to vote, and we're going to decide this for once and for all. Friends, so many things you could have been doing this morning. So many. But instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with Nach and I, and it means the absolute world. I will see you in 4 minutes. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Thursday, this Jueves edition of the ProBoh Show. How are you doing out there, folks? Just reading some of the comments in the chat there. Wow, some great stuff, guys. You're doing great work this morning. If you want to join in with our warriors in the chat, it's very easy, guys. You go to twitch.tv/professional bohemian. There you will find us all talking on this subject, on today's unpopular opinion. The poll is still live for another minute. The poll being, saying I don't care is immature. So if you're just tuning in, what did you miss? All right. We spoke about the rationing that's happening with cancer drugs in the United States. It's worrying and sad. An electric cruise ship with gigantic solar sails, it's like solar panels in the sails, is set to launch in 2030. Exciting stuff. It's like futuristic. And then we did a little follow-up on the UFO story that is rocking the news right now. Whereas the House Oversight Committee in the US is going to hold a hearing about UFOs following the whistleblowers' claims. Interesting stuff. And then we moved on to our unpopular opinion. I'll repeat, that was saying I don't care is immature. But is it? The vote has ended. The poll has ended. All right. Okay, Nach, what's your actual opinion on this? Do you think it's immature? Do you not think it's immature?
I don't know. I think as you grow, as you get older, you start caring less about things, and it doesn't matter that you are not mature. Thinking quite the opposite. I think you realize that you can't care.
Exactly.
Everything.
You know what? I completely agree. I think not caring is a sign of real maturity. You know, not being all het up and but then you see people as they get older and as they get more radicalized by news, caring about all sorts of weird things. Don't use the same bathroom as me. Like, all that kind of crap. People just caring about, you know? You know, it's people of our age, of our ripe age, Nach. In la flor de la vida. People of our age were at the perfect point. We don't care about everything. we don't select political hot buttons to care about. All right, let's see. So yeah, we got some amazing comments in the chat. I wanted to highlight some of the people that reached out to me on Instagram as well. Mia again says, it's hard for me to relate. If my in my field, caring is everything, but I guess in some contexts, I don't care might be a self-preservation thing. Again, agreeing with the elves there, that it might not be about immaturity, it might be about protecting oneself. Leo says, I don't care is just our way of pushing back against all the pressure. Not immature, just human. Wow, great comment, Leo. Can we get a ProBoh approved for Leo?
ProBoh approved.
Claudia. I wouldn't label it as immature right away. Context is key. Sometimes saying I don't care can be a healthy way to set boundaries. Another great point there. Well done. All right, let's move into the chat, because I saw you guys were making some great comments there. Let's see. Min says, I hate it when people expect you to care about everything and have an opinion about everything. I genuinely do not care about half the things on this planet. Now, if someone comes up to you as a friend and wants to talk to you about personal problems, I don't care probably isn't the right answer. Okay, interesting. I would agree with all those points. But 9 times out of 10, when you don't care, when you say I don't care, it's not someone coming up to you with a problem, you know? It's 9 times out of 10, it's about issues that you have no control over, that people care very deeply about. Oh, well, I don't care about that. You know, it's not my problem. That's someone else's problem. Interesting. There is definitely some grey area here. Pedro says, I don't know, Rob. The older I get, the more I think I don't care about a lot of things. But if the key here is saying that, then I agree with the unpopular opinion. Have fun, Pedro, with the rest of your day at work. MJ Symbol. Oh, no, that's a different comment. Oh, he says, my 2-year-old is repeating everything you say, and he just said cheesecake. Okay, I'll be on my best behavior, Symbol. It's a difficult issue, says Vero. As Symbol says, it depends on the person you're talking to. It depends on the tone, says Nessa Finessa, you use with it. I don't care can come across as a little harsh if said with disdain. And Min says, I forgive you. The thing is, there's a difference between I don't care and I don't mind, which I think is more on the line of what you're saying, Rob, says Nessa. Yeah, could be. Min continues, he says, I think admitting to yourself when you don't care is indeed a sign of maturity. I guess there might be a difference between a teenager saying I don't care because they're a bit more of a rebel and haven't thought it out, and an adult going I don't care when a person tries to make a mountain out of a molehill. There's a difference between that teenage angst thing that Min is saying here. I don't care, whatever, I don't care what you think, Mum, you don't know life. And an adult saying, look, this is a topic which I do not care about. I'm sorry. I can see you're very upset. The first is more dismissive, says Nessa Finessa. Guys, you're gonna get a collective ProBoh approved. You're making some great points here.
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
But we have to come to a decision. The decision has been made in the chat, but me, myself, I'm still pondering this a little bit. Why? Because it seems like quite an easy thing, right? I mean, it doesn't seem like... I think for some reason as a society, it's abnormal to express your lack of caring on certain topics. I think, you know, we're almost expected nowadays to have an opinion, to have a thought process about every single thing, and to care about it deeply. You know, and I think this is somewhat social media culture, the politicalization of our interpersonal communication, thanks to social media and things like that. Everything has to be a big issue. Everything has to say something about you as a person, and quite often it just doesn't. You know, we kind of relate not caring about certain issues to being undereducated about those issues, like not knowing enough, and admitting that you don't know enough or you don't care enough to seek any more knowledge about that issue. It's somehow we kind of relate to a lack of education. Not education in the Spanish term as in a lack of politeness. I mean, education is in a lack of knowledge on certain subjects. But you know what? That's fine. In my eyes, that's fine. And I think we would do better as a society normalizing both using and hearing the phrase, I don't care. You know what I mean? It's not necessary to have an opinion about every single thing that comes across your path in the world. In fact, it would do you better, less stress. God damn it, we're going through a stress, anxiety epidemic as humans right now. I think we could all use caring a little less about things, choosing our battles more wisely. about the things we actually do care about. But until we feel comfortable normalizing the idea of not caring about things, then we're just going to run around like headless chickens, as we do now, having an opinion about every small little thing. And I'm not just saying kids here. I'm not just saying people at the perfect age like Nach and I. I'm including here even older people. Believe it or not, if you're a young person listening to this, there are older people than Nach and I. Yeah. Just caring a little less. And the media doesn't want to give us that impression. Everything is a salacious clickbait title designed to trigger our more negative instincts. And what I would encourage you guys to do is just care a little less. Because it doesn't matter. Nine times out of 10, the news is telling you that if you walk outside, an army of killer bees will sting you, infect you with COVID. And that's not the case. Look outside. It's beautiful. Well, everything but the weather today, at least. People are 9 times out of 10 kind. We live in a society that experiences abundance at every single level. It's okay not to care about certain things. For your own mental health, I would suggest you learn to normalize using the phrase, I don't care. And as Nessa says, you can say it with an intonation where it doesn't really matter. Look, I don't really care about that so much. It's not really an issue that affects me, my family, the people around me. I don't care so much about that. There are other things I care about. There's a way you can say it without sounding harsh. Okay, or sounding like a petulant teenager. I think that's my hot take on that. I think, we could all use, as a society, to care a little less. But look, my opinion is second to the opinions of the people in chat. So I posed the statement here, saying I don't care is immature. Let's see what you guys said. Let's get a drum roll, Nach. 100% false. I'll take that as a win for the disenchanted out there. Take that, Jose. We did it, Nach. Okay. And by the way, Jose, thank you for downloading the podcast. We love you here. Bridge. I don't care is something that really needs filters. Nessa Finessa, but the words are important. Not minding is kinder. And being kind is important, I think. Yeah, I think I can agree with you there. Maybe I don't mind. Yeah. Well, that's an issue that's not prescient to me right now. I mean, I have friends around my age that have fallen into these, like bubbles of right-wing conspiracy theories, like, regarding COVID, vaccines, the billionaire classes, and it's, whereas I respect them as people, I feel a great lifting of a burden just to be able to say, well, you know what? Yeah, I just don't care. I mean, I care that you care, but I don't personally care about this issue. Anyway, guys, so there you go. Those are the final thoughts. 100% false, yeah. Apparently, saying I don't care is not a sign of immaturity, and I love you guys for that. Let's go to today's 100 Humans. Oh my God, friends, let me tell you something. It was a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys, and on that walk, I encountered 100 humans, and I asked them all a question. Today's question was, name a part of the body that gets clothed in the winter but stays naked. Wow, all summer. So, name a part of the body that gets clothed in the winter, que pongas ropa encima, that gets clothed in the winter but stays naked in the summer. I asked them that question, my friends. They gave me their answers. I'm in possession of the top 7 answers right here. Your job in the chat is to identify those top 7 answers. Okay, we are going to go straight to the oracle for the first answer, as we usually do. What do you think, Nach?
Your arms?
Your arms. Arms. Yeah, okay. I can see that. Yeah, I mean, the humans, though, the 100 humans, to be fair to them, they're living in Snow-capped mountains, Nach. Maybe in the summer there. Let's see what they think. Okay, arms. Is arms there? You know what? I'm going to give it to you. Yes. I'm going to give it to you. Arms, strictly... Nessa Finessa also said arms, by the way, so well done there. Yeah, I mean, they said forearms. Forearms, which is antebrazos, I think. Antebrazos. But, you know, same difference. Okay, so forearms is there. It's the third most popular answer with 17 of 100 humans. Well done, Nach. Okay, let's go to the chat. Hands, says Coralism. Hands. Manos. Manos. Is hands there? Yes, it is. Well done. Woo! You guys are doing great work today. Making poorly tired Rob, mildly hungover Rob, giving him an easy time. I appreciate it. Coralism, hands, is the number one answer. Well done, Coralism. Hands is there. Number one answer with 20 of 100 humans. Well done. Okay, feet, says Nessa. Feet. Pies. Pies, feet. But is it there? Did the 100 humans agree? Feet is a kind of a weird one, isn't it? Surely you wear shoes in the summer. I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, I guess flip-flops. You know, I guess, yeah, okay. Fair play. Okay, but is feet there? Yes, it is. Well done. Feet is there with 9 of 100 humans saying their feet get clothed in the winter but are naked all summer. All right. Thighs. Thighs, says the bridge. I feel like I'm ordering it at KFC, man. I'll be honest with you. Of 2 thighs. Okay, thighs. Is thighs there? Go on, I'll give it to you. Go on. Yeah, I was a little dubious then, but given that I gave Nach arms when it was forearms, I'll give you thighs, because what the 100 humans said was legs. Legs. But it is really kind of your thighs. Or, you know, the lower part of your legs, I guess. Thighs, maybe not. So I'll give you that bridge. It's the second most popular answer. Well done. 20 of 100 humans said thighs. All right, we're getting there. Neck. Cuello. Neck, says Nessa Finessa. Neck. Something that remains clothed all winter, but then remains naked through the summer. Neck. Cuello. Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done. I know at this point in the show, Iago and Anna are listening, so have a safe journey, safe trip to school. Iago and Anna, thank you so much for coming last night. They said, well, usually I'm screaming at the radio saying the answer at this point in the show. So, what's up? Welcome, guys. Okay, so yeah, legs. No, neck. Well done. Okay, let's continue. Knowing the 100 humans, says Min, but the bum, your posterior, your rear. Is it there, bum? No, it's not. I'm just reading J. Romanova's comment there. Okay, Nessa says ears. Oof, you've only got 2 left to get, guys. Ears. Are ears there? Something that remains clothed all winter, but naked in the summer. Ears. Yes, it is. Well done. It's actually the 7th most popular answer, with 3 of 100 humans saying ears. Earmuffs, we call them. What do you call those things that you wear on the side of your head?
Orejeras.
Orejeras, all right. Earmuffs. Yeah, well done, guys. Okay, final answer. J.M. Romanova says your balls on the beach. Come on. I don't know. I wouldn't feel safe cooking my eggs on the beach. I'm just telling you that right now. Torso, says Nessa Finessa. You're along the right lines, but no, Nessa. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. In the chat, one or two of the answers have already kind of covered this. But it means, you might wear... Apparently, okay, here we go. Here's a good clue. Apparently, you lose 90% of the body's heat through this. Apparently, you lose something like 90% of the body's heating through this. So you would wear something to counterbalance that. Nessa says back's not there. So where does the body lose most of its heat? Nessa has an idea. You know what? This is Nessa's round. She's killing it today. What do you think it is, Nach?
Head.
You know what? Mr. Cruthando and Nessa agree. And so do the 100 humans. Well done. Well done, Mr. Cruthando. Well done, Nessa. Well done, Nach. Head is there. So here we go. Let's go through the list. I asked 100 humans to name a part of the body that gets clothed in the winter but stays naked all summer. In position number 7. Ears. Orejas. Pones unas orejeras. Oh, dude. I got a thumbs up from the Nach. That's even better than an Evilatho. Come on, guys. All right, here we go. In position number 6 was feet. Yes, feet. In position number 5 was neck. Cuello, neck. In position number 4 was head. Cabeza. 17 of 100 humans said that one. In position number 3 was forearms. Antebrazos with 17 of 100 humans. In position number 2 was legs. Legs, piernas. And finally, in position number 1. Well done to Coralism. It was hands. Killing it today, guys. You're doing God's work. Well done. Well done. You killed it. All right, friends. On that note, let's go to Complete the News.
Complete the news.
Sadly, I don't think we have time for both pieces of news. Okay, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go to Ohio. Ohio has a serious problem, Nach. First of all, what is Complete the News? Let me tell you. It is a game. I'm going to give you a news headline, un titular. But I'm going to leave out, voy a quitar, some information, some important information to understand the story. And then I'm going to give you 3 options, A, B, or C. Using those 3 options, you will complete the news. You'll see how this works very, very quickly. For those of you who are joining me live in the stream, and there are a lot of you, for those of you joining me live in the stream, and you're too nervous to maybe type and express your opinion, this is your moment, because all you have to write is A, B, and C. JM Romanova says, you're bald! Yeah, dude. I have to wear a hat in the summer and the winter. There's no escaping it for me. There are just a few blessed months where I don't have to worry about it. Let's see. Nessa for Nessa. But I use a hat all through the summer. Yeah, I know, it's weird. Let's not judge the 100 humans too harshly. You know, they live on snow-capped mountains and river valleys. I suppose in the valleys, you know, they get a lot of heat. I don't know. Rob, hearing you pronounce orejas was delicious. I love it. I've got delicious pronunciation. Oh, Bridge, you should have been there for the quiz last night. I was saying song lyrics in Spanish. I felt very self-conscious, but it was a lot of fun. Nach, by the way, doing the movie quotes in English. Dude, thinking on your feet, it was impressive. Give yourself a nivelazo for that, man. It was incredible, dude.
Nivelazo.
Yeah, and I'm reading what I'm saying. Nach has got like a few clues. Pistas. Incredible. All right, let's see. So Ohio has a serious problem. Ohio in the United States. It has a serious problem. It has too much blank. Ooh. Ohio has a serious problem, folks. Too much blank. But too much what? Is it A, marijuana? Is it B, alcohol? Or is it C, sex? Nachi's face was priceless. The first 2 he was like, well, those seem like good things. And then the third one he was like, oh my God, I'm leaving. Ohio has a serious problem. too much blank? Is it A, marijuana, B, alcohol, or C, sex? Surely you can't have enough of any of those things. It's an oxymoron. How can it be? I'm getting a lot of laughter in the chat. How can you have too much alcohol and sex? Or marijuana? It sounds like the summer. You know what? I used to think people in England smoked a lot of marijuana until I came to Spain. My God, you guys, you're killing it. All right, we've got a bunch of answers in the chat there. Seems like, well, I'm not going to give you any clues, Nach. What do you think it is?
Marijuana?
You think A, marijuana. Born to Iron Man agrees with you. But the vast majority here in chat say C, sex. Too much sex. Too much sex. I'm starting to sound like my ex-girlfriend. Okay, stop it, Rob. Be a good boy. Here we go. So, Ohio has a serious problem. Too much blank. A, B, or C? A, marijuana. B, alcohol. C, sex. Well, it looks like C is in the lead in the chat, so we'll take that as your answer. C being sex. Too much sex in Ohio. Let's see what the truth is. Ohio has a serious problem. Too much... A, marijuana. Oh. See, this is why I have Nach guess after you guys have given me your answers. Because he's the oracle. He's too hard to fool. Okay, yeah, true story. Ohio marijuana production triples, but patient population is at a plateau. Marijuana growers in Ohio have reported a surplus of product due to a plateau in the number of medical marijuana patients. I know what you're thinking. How much does it cost to fly to Ohio? I have no idea. About $1,500. The summer, after all. All right, friends. Well, look, let me tell you something. What an amazing show. So much fun I've had today. Thank you so much for being here. You guys who are joining me live, you angelic beings who are listening to this in podcast form. Friends, I'll be back tomorrow for the final ProBoh Show of the week. Guys, so many things you could have been doing this morning. Instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with myself and the Nach, and it means the world. See you next time.